What is up, everyone? So this past weekend I had Luke Dunne here in the studio. Luke is a super talented guy and he has some really cool ideas. You know, often I get a lot of people coming in here to check out the facility, people that have been watching my lessons online, etc. And whenever they leave and the conversation ends, I'm always like, crap, I should have filmed that, you know, because there's always some things that could be taken from that you guys can then learn from. So I thought it'd be really cool if I both filmed and recorded the conversation, and then I could share that with all of you and you can potentially benefit from that. Luke's been a supporter of my lessons here at whelandrums for some time now and did express an interest in learning more about the gear and the general setup that I use. If there's anything that I didn't speak about or I didn't mention that you would like to know about, drop a comment below, a question, and I will answer that as best as I can. So if you want to learn more about the gear and the setup that I use and maybe take a little bit of positive reinforcement from this, stay tuned because it's all coming up on this drum hangout.
If I can do it, you can do it. You know, just try to motivate people if you have something that's, you know, that's maybe holding you back, or you feel like it is.
Of course, because you have to think about all the drummers that you can potentially inspire, you know, 10 years from now.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? When you're doing your thing.
See, I would have watched a lot of Mike Johnson videos when I was younger and that, and I really just kind of got interested in not so much how he, you know, drums, but how he like educates and how he talks to people as well, and he makes people interested in something. It doesn't even have to be drums as well.
Absolutely.
I know he's hugely into like, like science and astronomy and all of that as well, and he's just a passionate guy, and watching him talk and give presentations and all of that, you know, it's when you look at that, like, it makes you want to do something that you want to do as well.
Of course.
It's inspiring.
And would that,
you know,
inspire you to maybe do the online education stuff as well? Is that something that you would like to do?
Yes, down the road eventually.
Yeah.
And what I really want to do is I want to go into schools and I want to give presentations, not just in drumming, but I want to do it on dyspraxia as well.
Okay.
And I want to just go, look, this was a lot of trouble, but I did, you know, to a certain extent, you know, I was still playing away, and like, you know, if I can do it, you can do it. You know, just try to motivate people.
I think when someone takes an interest in somebody, they take, you know, they're taking an interest in you, the person.
Definitely.
You know, so what can you do? Can you do, like you were saying, you like writing and maybe doing columns for Rhythm magazine and all.
Yeah,
those things.
Just features even as well, like, you know, and just speaking your mind.
And have you? Well, no, that's really cool. I mean, have you got like have you got any kind of ideas or concepts as to how you would maybe go about the writing columns and stuff in magazines like that?
I do definitely, like, so I've been like studying a lot of like how to, I suppose, go about explaining things, so much so, or less so about performing them. So a lot of the time, like when we're counting time, you know, we count like numbers and that.
Okay.
But I've been looking into ways of, like, you know, utilizing symbols. So this can relate to like bands or movie names or anything. So like, just as an example, if you think of Metallica, there's 4 syllables in that, Metallica, 1, 2, 3, 4. Loop that over and over, and that's the way it count 4, 4.
So right, okay,
yeah. You want to do 3, 4, Mastodon, 1, 2, 3, Mastodon, Mastodon.
Okay.
You know, and it's just
so
finding what works for you.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
and applying that for other people. I'd love to do that, and possibly stuff on warming up as well,
Yeah.
and just I suppose ways I've approached drumming, and maybe like ways how to get out of a rut as well, and how to like enjoy it as well.
Yeah. Because you've had some great ideas. I mean, you've added stuff to the whelandrums members group, and I've been watching that and stuff with the Afro-Cuban rhythms and all that kind of stuff, which is really interesting. And like that, I was learning from that as well. So let's go through, I suppose, the main reason you're here is to kind of just get an idea of the recording setup I have, what kind of interface and computers and all that I use. So I'll go through the drums with you. So that's a 22-inch bass drum. Yeah. Then you've got a 16-inch floor, 10 and 12.
Cool. Yeah. Nice.
I kind of cut out the middleman I always found it hard to get a sound from a 14-inch tom.
Yeah. Same.
And I'm not quite sure why. It's just that kind of, it's a weird size for a tom. Sometimes it's hard to get a sound from a 14-inch tom. And believe me, I tried.
For sure.
And then the cymbals, they're all pasty.
Pasty. Yeah.
2002. That's a 14-inch hi-hats, and then these are all the 20 series crashes, so that's an 18.
Nice.
That's slightly bigger. That's a 19, and this
pasty, the stack as well. Yeah,
the stack. A lot of people ask me about that.
Yeah,
that's
nice.
That effect stack. It's really, really nice. I spend a lot of time over that side.
Yeah, I've seen the videos.
The toms are all the G2s.
Nice. I use Remo a lot of the time, so Remo on the snare, and pretty sure then it's Evans on the toms and that, you know.
Remo make amazing skins. The skin actually down here in the bass drum
is
Remo Power Stroke 3.
Yeah, I use Power Strokes as well. Yeah, they're great.
Mighty, man. I kind of choose sound over more than look. Or anything like that. I think that's really important. It doesn't bother me that there's a Remo skin there and there's a Evans, unless Evans wants to endorse me. We're still waiting on that. I use all Audix microphones.
Okay, right.
So you've got an Audix i5 on the snare. You've got D2s on both of the toms. The D4 on the floor tom. The ADX i5s. As the overheads. You can get slightly different overheads. The Audix do a slightly different one, but they're the ones I went with, and I'm fairly happy with them. And then I have one over the hi-hats as well.
Deadly.
And then the under snare is mic'd as well.
Underneath the snare.
With another i5. And then basically all the mics are running into this studio capture here. I'll actually take this camera off so I can show people how it looks. It's that's the Roland studio capture.
Okay, right, yeah.
And the thing with this one is that you have 12 mic ins. A lot of the interfaces that I was looking at,
they only had a few.
6 to 8.
Yeah.
And you're talking about a couple of €100 more.
Yeah.
For an extra 3 or 4 inputs, which is
I'd say it's worth it as well.
It's definitely worth it. So that's the Roland Studio Capture, and then it all runs into Logic Pro. And then I do all my videoing with the GoPro cameras. An overhead up above, and then I have one here which I can move.
Is there another one around here?
No. I actually only use in the videos. It may look like there's like 4 or 5.
It looks like there's secretly one just up there.
There's a hidden camera.
I'd say so.
Hidden camera show.
Where is it?